So let's start with, yun na nga, no? NCDs tayo, non-communicable diseases. Ito, nurses, very important itong topic na to, ha? Kasi ngayon, tumataas talaga yung kaso ng non-communicable diseases natin. Okay? Guys, join by answering the question on the comment section. So mag-comment kayo na answer nyo. So question number 1, which of the following is the most effective community level approach to preventing cardiovascular diseases? Okay? Which of the following? So letter A, providing emergency cardiac care services. Letter B, promoting healthy lifestyle and addressing modifiable risk factors. Letter C, screening only high-risk individuals. Or letter D, focusing exclusively on medication management. Okay? Sige, type niyo yung mga answers dyan on the comment section. So, it's very important, okay, nurses, kapag NP1 tayo, okay, NP1, you need to wear the hat of a public health nurse, okay? Hindi parehas ang bedside or hospital nursing at public health. So you need to know, pag sinabi dito, most effective, okay? Community level approach in what? Sabi, preventing. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa nagkakaroon ng sakit ang pasyente. Dapat walang sakit. Okay? Yan ang gusto natin sa public health. We want to prevent patients from getting diseases. So, anong sagot natin? Sige, tinan natin yung mga sagot nyo. Letter B, okay, good. Tinan natin, no? So, letter A, providing emergency cardiac care services is not prevention. Pag nagbigay ka na ng emergency cardiac care services, may sakit na yung patient, di ba? So, that's not correct. Promoting healthy lifestyle and addressing modifiable risk factors. Remember, your cardiovascular diseases are non-communicable diseases and what we call lifestyle, di ba? So, lifestyle diseases. Bakit? There are certain practices in our lifestyle or the way we live, kaya tayo nagkakaroon ng risk dun sa mga conditions na yan. Nurses, remember your integrated management of non-communicable diseases or tinatawag nating PhilPen. Alam nyo ba yan? Your PhilPen is the Philippine Package, P-E-N, package, okay, package of essential NCDs yan. Okay? Essential NCD services yan. PhilPen. Okay? Dapat alam nyo yan. So, letter C. So, tama ba yung letter B? Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Okay? Screening, okay. Nurses, ito ha. Very, very important that you be careful with words like this. Only. Okay? Only high-risk individuals. In NCD prevention, okay, ang ini-screen natin, hindi lang only high-risk individuals. We screen, okay, at risk individuals. So nakita niyo yun, pampalito yan, no? Pampalito siya. So that makes the statement incorrect. And letter D, focusing exclusively, ito na naman. So very, very careful kayo sa mga words na to, ha? So exclusively, ibig sabihin, yun lang yung focus mo, exclusive, wala ka nang ibang gagawin. On medication management, hindi yan preventive. Curative yan. Okay? So anong hinahanap natin? Preventive, di ba? Preventing. So ano lang tamang sagot? The only answer and the best answer and the most effective is letter B. So sige nga, tinan natin, tumama ba? Tumama. Okay, most naman ng mga nagsagot, tumama. Kung hindi naman tumatama yung sagot nyo sa ngayon, that's okay. Ang importante, makuha nyo na yung tamang sagot. Especially pagdating ng araw ng board exam. So, ganyan nurses yung mga type ng NP1 questions natin. Okay? Next. Okay. A community with high prevalence of type 2 diabetes would benefit most from which of the following interventions? So, anong sakit natin? Type 2 diabetes. Dumadami daw yung may type 2 diabetes. Benefit most from which of the following interventions? So, sige nga, sagot kayo mga nurses. Anong sagot nyo dito? Okay? So, remember ha, public health approach tayo. This is NP1. Okay? So letter A, building more dialysis centers. Your dialysis is needed na pag nagkaroon na tayo ng renal failure, right? And your renal failure is what? Your renal failure is a complication. Okay? So this one is for renal failure, which is complication. So this is a complication of your type 2 DM. Pero complication na yan, okay? Hindi siya prevention. Kasi ang gusto mong mangyari, community with high prevalence. Okay? Hindi naman automatic na lahat ng may type 2 DM ay already may renal failure. So this one is incorrect. Community-wide weight management and physical activity programs. Magbe-benefit ba lahat ng may type 2 diabetes dito? Doon sa mga tao sa community? Yes, of course. Kasi 'di ba, if your patient will lose weight, it will help the patient control better yung kanyang sugar, 'di ba? Tapos yung physical activity, that will help utilize the sugar more and lessen yung kanyang insulin resistance. So that's correct. Next, letter C. Restricting the sale of glucose monitoring device. Ba't mo i-restrict? When you say restrict, you're going to stop the sale of these glucose monitoring devices. Eh, yan na nga yung kailangan ng patient mo. Importanteng nakaka-monitor ng blood sugar yung type 2 DM patients nyo. So, this one is incorrect. Okay? Letter D, focusing exclusively on insulin distribution. Guys, remember, type 2 DM ang pinag-usapan natin. Okay? Pag type 2 DM, hindi siya insulin-dependent type of diabetes. So, yung focusing exclusively on this insulin distribution, wala yang benefit masyado. Okay? So, that is incorrect. So, anong sagot natin? It's letter B. Okay? So, ganyan yan ha. Yung NCD natin, nurses, teka ha, i-flip ko lang yung camera minsan kasi nagsa-static tayo. Okay? Teka. So, yung NCD natin, nurses, remember that itong NP1 type of questions natin, you need to have a good grasp of your MS, yung med-surg pathophysiology natin ng ating NCDs, but at the same time, yung public health principles natin. Pinaghahalo yan. Okay? Kaya kita nyo kanina dun sa choice, di ba, mali yung sagot. Kasi nga type 2, nililito ka. Okay? Hindi porket DM yan, insulin agad. So, you need to have a good grasp of your MS din ng NCDs. Okay ba yon? So, sige, let's proceed. Okay, next question. Okay. So, in implementing a hypertension control program, which strategy focuses on secondary prevention? Okay, nurses, ito ha. This is a very high, This is a very high yield type of question when it comes to NP1. Ito yung tinatawag natin na levels of prevention. Okay? So, ano yan? Tingnan natin. Let's see. Letter A, community-wide sodium reduction campaign. Letter B, regular blood pressure screening and early treatment. Letter C, cardiac rehabilitation services. Or letter D, health education about cardiovascular risks in schools. So, anong sagot nyo dyan? Okay? So, yan. Flash muna natin. Sagot kayo. Kasi we will review. I will give you a brief review of your levels of prevention para hindi kayo malito. Okay? Sige. So, in the next slide, I will show you this. So, this is the levels of prevention na sinasabi ko. Okay? May primary, secondary, and tertiary. So, sa primary, sinong target natin? Healthy, lahat ng individuals. Mostly, our method here is health education. Okay? Bakit? Kasi gusto natin magkaroon ng health promotion and disease prevention. Yun yung gusto nating target natin for primary level of prevention. Okay? So, dyan napapasok yung mga risk, yung mga awareness campaigns nyo, mga health education campaigns, okay? Mga healthy lifestyle activities like Zumba, exercise, okay? Mga weight management, ganyan, mga biggest loser, dyan yung pumapasok. Okay? Then, eto din, guys, disease prevention. Okay? So, hindi lang health education, sometimes we also have interventions there. So, yung bakuna, disease prevention yan. That is also part of your primary level of prevention. Next, secondary, high risk. Okay? So, anong target dito? Ito na yung mga at-risk, high-risk individuals na pwedeng mag-develop ng disease condition. So, how? How do we do this? Early screening and treatment. Okay? Yan ang intervention natin dyan. Bakit? Anong ginagawa natin? We want to prevent complications. So, the earlier that we catch the people with the disease, we can manage them and prevent complications. That's secondary level of prevention. And tertiary is, ito lang tayo magagawa. May sakit na si patient, no? Hindi na natin, syempre, chronic disease yan. Pero, ang mamamanage natin is the further complications. So, post-treatment, na-diagnose na siya, ano yung ginagawa natin, paano natin ginagawa? We do rehabilitation, discharge instructions. Dito na pumapasok yung maintenance ng patients, and palliative and supportive care. Okay? So, makikita natin ito, preventing further complications. For example, you have your DM patient. We want to prevent further complications such as your renal failure, diabetic retinopathy, di ba? So, so on and so forth. So, yan yung tatlo nating levels of prevention. So, nakuha? Okay. So, balikan natin yung question natin. So, again, nurses, when you answer multiple choice types of question, best pa rin ang elimination natin. You have to eliminate all wrong choices for you to find out the best answer. So, anong hinanap natin? Hypertension control program, secondary prevention. Okay? So, letter A, community-wide sodium reduction campaign. Anong level of prevention yan? Anong level of prevention yan? That's a primary. Okay? Kasi ang tina-target mo, yung risk ng sodium, di ba? That's primary. Okay? Very good, nurses. Sumasagot na iba. Sige, sagot kayo. That's very, very good. Letter B, regular blood pressure. Oh, meron na kayong keyword, screening. When it is screening and early treatment, that's secondary. Next, cardiac rehabilitation services. So, ano itong cardiac rehabilitation services natin? That's tertiary. Rehabilitation nga, yan yung keyword, oh. Okay? Next, health education about cardiovascular risks in schools. Health education about cardiovascular risk, that's your primary. Okay, good. So, anong hinahanap natin? Secondary prevention. So, anong tamang sagot? Letter B. Okay, so yan yun, nurses, ha. Napaka essential na alam nyo yung levels of prevention for NP1. Okay? So, anong sagot natin? Letter B. Okay, wag malilito. So, the next question, medyo same type din yan ng question. Ito, letter number 4. An employee establishes a physical exercise area in the workplace and encourages all employees to use it. This is an example of which level of health promotion? Sagot, nurses, sagot. Same lang yan, same principle tayo. Alin siya dyan? Primary, secondary, tertiary, or passive? Okay? Remember kanina, di ba? Diniscuss pa lang natin. When you say primary, wala pang sakit. Anong target natin pag primary? Primary health all, di ba? Kasi gusto natin maging healthy. So, anong sabi dito? An employee establishes what? A physical exercise area in the workplace and encourages all employees to use it. So ano daw to? Meron ba tayong level of prevention na passive? Walang letter D. Letter D is already eliminated kasi primary, secondary, and tertiary lang yan. So tertiary, no, because tertiary is your rehabilitation. Secondary is to prevent complications and early screening and early treatment. This one is a physical exercise which will contribute to a healthier physical activity for the workplace, which will prevent them from getting non-communicable diseases. So the answer is letter A. Okay? So ganyan yan, ha? Ganyan yan. Kailangan i-master yung concept, wag malilito sa levels of prevention. Okay, next. So, which of the following is a key component of community-based cancer prevention program? Which of the following is a key component of community-based cancer prevention program? Sige, nurses, sagot. Is it A, focusing exclusively on treatment facilities, promoting awareness of warning signs and screening, advocating for less cancer research, restricting access to cancer information? So, key component of community-based cancer, again, the keyword there is prevention. Letter D, restricting access to cancer. Grabe, ni-restrict talaga. Bawal malaman ng mga taon tungkol sa cancer. Maling-mali po yan. We want them to learn and know. Kaya nga tayo may mga cancer awareness campaigns. Advocating for less cancer research, no. We want people to invest more on cancer research, especially on treatment. Letter B, promoting awareness of warning signs and screening. So again, guys, ano to? Secondary level of prevention, diba? Screening, yes, because we want to catch cancer if ever may cancer at the earliest sign pa lang niya. So that one is correct, right? That is a key component of your prevention. Focusing exclusively, again, careful of these words. Pwedeng increasing treatment facilities, but this one makes the statement wrong kasi focusing exclusively, hindi yan prevention. Curative yan. Okay? So, what's the answer? Letter B. Okay. So, ito, nurses. Let's read the question. Every after question, doon ako mag-short ratio and discussion. So, question. Rectal prolapse, according to Nurse Rica, is a health problem in, okay? In letter A, ascariasis, letter B, trichoriasis, letter C, hookworm infestations, or letter D, all of the above. Sige, nurses, answer. Miss Judith, ano po, sa showcase ko na lang. Punta po kayo sa profile ko tapos sa showcase. Nandun po siya sa showcase ko. Thank you. Sige, nurses, sagot. Sagot. Lagay niyo yung sagot niyo dito. Okay? Lagay niyo yung sagot niyo dito sa comment section kung anong sagot niyo. The more that you practice answering, tas habang nakikinig kayo sa ratio, mas mapapractice nyo talaga. Maski tumama or maski magkamali yung sagot nyo, it's okay. Kasi nag-aaral lang naman tayo ngayon. So, okay magkamali. Huwag kayong mahiyang magkamali. It's fine. Oh, ano yan? Ascariasis, trichoriasis, or hookworm infestation? Rectal prolapse. So, kanina, di ba, sinasabi ko sa inyo, very important, hindi lang memorization, guys, ha? Even in other concepts din naman talaga. Hindi lang memorization to. Kailangan, naiintindihan nyo yung concept. And in communicable diseases, a very important concept na alam nyo dapat is the life cycle. Okay? Life cycle. So, ayan, sumasagot na ba? Okay, sumasagot yung mga tao. Okay lang magkamali talaga, guys, ha? It's not a problem kung magkamali kayo ngayon. Okay. Sige. So, yung next ko ipapakita sa inyo, eto. So, magre-review tayo. We need to have a review. Okay? So, kung ano yung life cycle, important alam nyo yung life cycle. Okay? Life cycle ng diseases. Pag hindi nyo kasi alam, nag-memorize lang kayo, ang hirap nyan i-memorize. Pero pag alam mo paano nag-grow yung mga infectious agent, bukod sa alam mo paano nag-grow, malalaman mo ang alin? Mode of transmission. Pag alam mo yung mode of transmission, alam mo na Ayan, hello po. Bumalik na po. Sorry. Pasensya na kayo ha. Nag-ano yung aking microphone. Hello, narinig na po ako? Sana naririnig nyo na po ako. Ayan. Pasensya na po again. So, yan. Importanteng alam natin yung life cycle. So, this one, I'm going to show you a picture of the life cycle of your Ascaris lumbricoides. Okay? So, makikita natin, di ba? This is a soil-transmitted helminth. Okay? So, ano ibig sabihin ng soil-transmitted helminth? Yung kanya, paano to binabasa yung life cycle? Magsimula kayo sa number 1. So, nasan yung number 1? Andito. Okay? Yung number 1, ang sabi dito, adults are where? In the small intestine. Saan nagre-reside yung adults? Small intestine. Yung adults magre-reproduce, magkakaroon ng eggs. Yung eggs nasa feces. And usually, your feces, di ba, pag wala kayong tamang wash program sa area, walang proper sanitation, ang feces nasa lupa, nasa tubig. And itong mga itlog na to ay maaaring nasa lupa. Maglalaro ang mga bata, hindi maghuhugas ng kamay, nafa-fertilize ang egg hanggang sa makain ang egg. Ang egg pag nakain, 'di ba saan? Okay, saan pupunta syempre? Masaswallow, pupunta sa gastrointestinal tract. Okay, and sometimes yung larvae na pupunta din sa lungs. Kaya may mga patient na may Ascaris lumbricoides na kapag umubo, suminga, minsan yung worm, minsan yung adult ay lumalabas sa ilong, okay, or nauubo ng bata. Okay, so again, anong take note natin dito, di ba? Anong hinahanap natin? Rectal prolapse. Ang adults nasaan? Small intestine. Malayo sa rectum, di ba? So this is your Ascaris lumbricoides. Next. Okay, this one, sorry, nakat lang, but this is your Trichuris trichuria. Okay? Siyempre, ang hallmark ng Trichuris trichuria ay yung kanyang bipolar, dalawang polar plugs sa egg niya. Okay? That is the diagnostic factor ng ating Trichuris trichuria. So, yung eggs then, same din, nagpapasa feces, nag-fertilize until again, ma-ingest. Same din to, soil-transmitted helminth. So, ang ating larva, pag na-hatch, saan siya pumupunta? Initially, sa small intestine. Pero pag nagmamature na siya, your adults are usually in the what? Cecum. Okay? Or part of what? Your large intestine. Ano ang hinahanap kanina? Rectal prolapse. Okay? Next. Next, ito, intestinal hookworm. So, ang intestinal hookworm naman, where's number 1 there? Again, eggs in the feces, nagiging larvae, pero this time, hindi egg yung nai-ingest. Okay? Ito guys, importante to ha, na alam nyo talaga yung life cycle. Bakit? Ito na yung sinasabi ng mga tatanda sa mga bata, huwag kayong magyapak, huwag kayong magtapak, kaya magchinelas kayo kasi pag hindi kayo nagchinelas, magkakabulate kayo. Ito yon, totoo yon. Bakit? Kasi itong larvae na to has the ability to penetrate in the skin. So, hindi lang to paghuhugas ng kamay ang solusyon unlike your Ascaris and Trichoriasis. Okay? Kailangan to pinapagchinelas, pinapagsapatos ang mga bata. Okay? So, this larva will penetrate the skin, will go into the circulation, and eventually, okay, they can be reactivated in the small intestine. And yun na nga, pumupunta rin yung larvae sa lungs and then swallowed again. But mainly your adults are where? In the small intestine. So ngayon, alam nyo na yung life cycle ng tatlong ito. Balikan natin yung tanong. Okay? Anong tanong? Ngayon, nagbago ba yung mga sagot nyo? Anong tanong natin? Rectal prolapse, according to Nersica, is a problem in where? Ascariasis nasa ng adults? Nasa small intestine, 'di ba? Small intestine. Ang trichoriasis nasaan? Nasa cecum. Ang hookworm infestation nasaan? Nasa small intestine. Ano ang tamang sagot? Letter B. Okay? Nakuha? So, dapat alam natin talaga yung ating life cycle. O ha? So, kaya yan importante na makita nyo yung life cycle, maintindihan nyo, malaman nyo. So, makikita nyo rin yan, di ba? Tinatanong yung signs and symptoms. Pag alam mo yung life cycle ng infectious agent, makakasagot ka kung anong signs and symptoms niyan. Okay? So, yan sa communicable diseases, guys, ha? Okay, next question. O, ito. Filariasis tayo. Filariasis is endemic in some parts of the Philippines, and disease often progresses to become chronic, debilitating, and often unfamiliar to health workers. EJ, a 36-year-old man, is brought by his wife to a doctor's clinic to be tested for filariasis. The most likely diagnostic test that he will undergo is what? Sagot. Sagot tayo, sagot. Sige, anong sagot natin? Okay? So again, ito ha, wag tayong malilito. Nurses, I know, usually, memorization tayo. Pag itong agent na to, ito yung kanyang diagnostics. Okay? So ano ba to? Filariasis, diba? So anong sagot dyan? Immunochromatographic test, ICT, nocturnal blood examination, stool examination, or urinalysis? Sige, sagot, sagot. Kaya ito, nurses, sinasabi ko again. Bukod kanina, di ba, hinahanap natin kung anong manifestation, sign and symptom. Ngayon, ang hinahanap natin, diagnostics. Pag alam mo yung life cycle ng agent, malalaman mo kung ano ang diagnostic. Sige nga, tingnan natin yung life cycle ng filariasis. So, what is your filariasis? So, this is, okay, parasitic infection. Okay, parasitic infection na natatransfer to a mosquito bite. Ayan, nag-iba-iba yung sagot. Pero focus muna tayo dito. Wuchereria bancrofti or Brugia malayi ang isang infectious agent for your filariasis. So, dito, number 1, makita natin, pag kumagat na ang mosquito sa isang tao tapos infected siya, may dala-dala na siyang larvae. Yung larvae na yon papasok sa circulation. Tapos, anong mangyayari? Nagiging adults yung worm. Tapos, sa lymphatics yan pumupunta. Okay? Lymphatics mainly nagde-design. Pero, kapag ka nanganganak, nagmumultiply na yung ating adult na filaria, nagpo-produce siya ng microfilariae. Ito yung tinatawag natin na diagnostic stage. Yung microfilariae, meron siyang nocturnal, okay? Nocturnal characteristics. Ibig sabihin, active siya pag gabi. Okay? So, ayan na. Ma'am, nocturnal. Ibig sabihin, nocturnal blood exam. Wait lang. So, nocturnal. So, usually nga, ang isang diagnostic dito ay your nocturnal blood exam. Kukuha ng blood sample, i-view under the microscope, makikita yung microfilariae, usually paggabi, kasi nga active sila paggabi. So, what happens? There's a microfilariae, kakagatin ng lamok, yung taong may filariasis, at yung microfilariae mo ay magde-develop into a larvae inside the mosquito. So, another diagnostic, marami pa tayo ibang diagnostic for filariasis. Kasama na yung ICT. Okay? Kasama din yung ICT. Kasi yung ICT, ano ba yung ICT? Okay, isa yan sa diagnostics na tinitignan yung antigen. Okay? Yung antigen ng infectious agent. So, balikan natin yung question. Ayan na, nagtalo na. Yung iba, letter A, yung iba, letter B. Okay? So, makita natin, tanggalin na natin agad to. So, hindi siya urinalysis, hindi siya stool examination. Yung stool examination mo at urinalysis, usually to for parasitic infections na nagpo-produce ng eggs. So, these are incorrect. So, ngayon, nocturnal blood examination ba or ICT? O, basahin maigi yung tanong. Okay? Basahin maigi. Huwag malilito kasi gusto kayong lituhin ng BON. So, ngayon, minsan, pagka nag-memorize ka lang, ang sagot mo kaagad dito, NBE. Okay? Bakit? Ay, ma'am, kasi yung microfilariae, nocturnal, nocturnal, NBE. Remember to read your test question carefully. EJ, a 36-year-old man, is brought by his wife to a doctor's clinic. Ang doctor's clinic, anong oras open? Usually 8 to 5. Okay? So, usually, ano to, umaga. Pag umaga to, hindi mag-a-apply yung nocturnal blood examination. ICT is most likely the diagnostic exam that will be used. So, nakuha niyo, nurses, you have to have an understanding of the life cycle, but you need to really carefully read your question. Nakuha? Okay. Yan, di ba? So, kaya ang sagot ay letter A. Okay? So, very good. So, ngayon tumama na kayo. So, yan na tinuturuan ko kayo paano mag-analyze. Okay? Remember, nurses, analyze, not only memorize. Okay? Next. O, ito na. Ito nga, guys. Napaka-popular itong mga type of questions na to. Sige, bago tayo magbasa niyan, flip ko lang yung camera ulit. So, remember, kapag communicable diseases, especially your highly contagious communicable diseases, importante yung ating period of communicability. You need to know the period of communicability. Sometimes, mahirap talaga siya kasi all you have to do is to memorize it. Kaya nga, yun yung gamit ng index cards at yun ang gamit ng wall notes. So, pag nahirapan ka mag-memorize ng period of communicability, isulat mo sa index card, isulat mo sa wall notes para everyday, pag gising mo ng umaga, yun yung una mo makikita. Ako dati, yan yung ginawa ko sa CD, nakasulat yung mga period of communicability. So, bakit mo kailangan maintindihan yung period of communicability? Hindi ka lang basta tatanungin ng BON, what is the period of communicability of this disease? Hindi lang ganun yung tanong. Remember, application tayo. Mas application ang questions ng board exam, guys. Minsan, yung common mistake ng mga estudyante, memorize lang ng memorize. Pero guys, you are going to take the board exam to become nurses. Pag nurse na kayo, hindi lang kayo magsasagot ng exam. Okay? Hindi lang kayo magsasagot ng exam. You will apply the theories, the skills that you know. So, kaya importante ang application. Yun ang tinitest sa inyo ng BONs. Kaya tinuturuan ko kayo hindi lang mag-memorize, critically analyze. So, ngayon, balikan natin yung question. Okay? Yan. Jumanji has what? Chickenpox. Ito guys in the next live rashes, i-discuss ko din yung iba pang highly contagious viral infections. Pero for now, ito lang muna yung tinuturo ko sa inyo kasi yung concept na gusto ko makita ninyo is yung pag-intindi ng period of communicability. So, ano sabi? His mother calls the nurse station to find out when her son can return to school. So, siguro yan. Makita natin dyan, nagkaroon ng chickenpox, nagtatanong si parent, si mother. What is what? The best response ni Nurse Graniels. Ano daw ang sasabihin ni Nurse Graniels? Sige, nurses, sagot. Anong best response? Kasi gusto nang pabalikin ng school. Kailan pwedeng bumalik ng school? Kaya ito na yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na dapat alam nyo yung period of communicability. Kailangan maintindihan nyo paano i-apply yun. Hindi lang minemorize mo ha, kailangan mo i-apply. And in this case, tinatanong ka kung pwede nang pumasok sa school yung anak niya. Tignan natin. Letter A, all lesions. Take note of these words. All lesions must be completely gone before contact with others is resumed. Pag sinabi mong all lesions, kasama yan yung papules, yung macules, pati yung scabbed wound. Kasama yan kasi all lesions eh. 'Di ba? Letter B, ano pa? Within 2 to 3 weeks, the itching should be under control and good hand washing established so that contact with others can be started. Letter C, Jumanji can return what? 6 days after the first lesions appear because the crusts will be formed. Or letter D, Jumanji must first learn to cough with his mouth covered, put tissues in the trash, and wash his hands after touching his nose and his mouth. Anong sagot? Ayan, iba-iba tayo ng sagot. And that's okay for now. Okay? Kasi nga, nag-aaral tayo ngayon. So, ito na. Balikan natin ano ang concept ng period of communicability. Chickenpox. Okay? What's your chickenpox? Of course, your chickenpox is caused by a varicella zoster agent. Okay? Characteristic, vesicular eruptions in the sorry skin yan and mucous membrane. There's another important thing that you need to remember with communicable diseases ha, is ito. yung description ng kanyang mga lesions. Kasi yan ang nagde-differentiate din sa iba-ibang, okay, infectious agent. Paano mo malalaman kung chickenpox? Paano mo malalaman kung measles? Paano mo malalaman kung German measles? Very, very important yan. Okay, so binibigyan ko na kayo ng points. Sa next TikTok lives natin, magbibigay ako ng mga questions para ma-practice nyo yan, anong pinagkaiba-ibahan ng mga lesions na yan. So, incubation period, ano ibig sabihin ng incubation period? From the time na na-expose to the time of manifestations, okay? Yung first signs and symptoms natin. So, incubation period talagang minsan, kailangan nyo lang talagang i-memorize yan. So, 2 weeks to 3 to 17 days. Kailangan lang talagang i-memorize yan. So again, anong gagawin? Isulat sa wall notes, isulat sa index card. Kung kailangan nyo na index card, meron ako sa showcase ko. Mamaya ipakita ko sa yellow basket ko. And ito na yung sinasabi ko kanina, period of communicability. Anong ibig sabihin ng period of communicability? Ito yung time na nakakahawa pa. Okay? So, yung tanong kanina ni mother, kailan papapasukin sa school? Kailan na pwedeng papasukin sa school? Of course, yung bata papapasukin mo sa school pag hindi na siya nakakahawa. Especially kung ikaw yung school nurse. Kasi trabaho mo yon na hindi magkaroon ng spread of infection sa school. Okay? So, ang trabaho ng nurse, school nurse, hindi lang tagabilog ng cotton ball ha. May trabaho ang school nurse. Pinaplano, pine-prevent ang mga sakit sa school setting. So, anong period of communicability niyan? Sorry ha, teka lang. Ano na siya? Anong period of communicability? Tingnan nyo maigi. First day before eruption of first lesions. Ibig sabihin, napansin ng nanay na nagkaroon ng lesion today. Kahapon, nakakahawa na siya. And 6 days after the appearance of the first crop. So, ibig sabihin kasi, di ba, yung chickenpox mo starts from the trunk palabas. So, hindi yan sabay-sabay na lumabas yung lesions. So, kung sa gitna, unang lumabas, yun yung unang mawawala. So, 6 days after the appearance of the first crop. So, halimbawa, yung first crop sa gitna sa trunk, magbibilang ka ng 6 days. And then, or 6 days after crusting. Ito yung pinaka-safe dyan. So, crusting, ano yan? Yan yung nagde-develop ng scabbing dun sa dun sa lesion, di ba? So, pag nag-scabbing na siya or may crusting na siya, bilang ka ng 6 days from that, hindi na siya nakakahawa. Okay? So, balikan natin. Balikan natin yung tanong. Ano nang sagot? So, all lesions must be completely gone, OA yan. Okay? Kasi pagka sinabi mong all lesions, ibig sabihin pati yung nagka-crusting na lesion. Bibilangin mo. So, ibig sabihin kailangan mawala lahat. OA naman yon. Hindi na yon nakakahawa. Okay? So, yung first lesion lang ang basis. Remember, pati yung sinabi ko kanina, pati yung crusting. Okay? So, yung first set ng lesions. So next, within 2 to 3 weeks, letter B, the itching should be under control and good hand washing. Masyado nang matagal yan, 2 to 3 weeks. Masyado na siyang matagal. So that's not the correct answer. Letter D naman, tingnan natin. Okay, Jumanji must first learn to cough with his mouth covered, put tissues in the trash, and wash his hands after touching his nose. Kung alam na, for example, nagkaroon na ng lesion si Jumanji today. Okay, tapos sabi, marunong naman yung anak kong mag-proper coughing technique, tapos nagugas naman niya. Pwede mo papasukin? Hindi, kasi maski marunong yan mag-coughing technique, makakahawa yan because your chickenpox is a highly contagious infectious disease. Isolation lang talaga ang proper way para mo control mo yung mode of transmission niya. So, hindi yan effective. So, letter C ang sagot. Bakit? Jumanji can return 6 days after the first lesions appear because the crusts will be formed. So, yan yung tamang sagot. So, okay, nakuha nurses, paano ina-apply yung period of communicability? So, yan ha. So, need talaga memorize. Mahirap kasi talaga yan. Wala akong matuturo sa inyo. Baka pwede pa kayo makadevelop. Ang daming mga creative na bata ngayon paano nakaka-develop ng ways sa memorization. Pero yun, yung technique ko, ako personally, wall notes at saka yun sa index cards. Okay. Next question tayo. Okay. Ito nurses. Isa din to sa pinaka-high yield question. Leprosy. Ay, ano po sagot ulit? Sige, balik natin. Anong sagot? Letter C. Letter C, Biscoff. Ang cute naman ng name mo, Biscoff. So creative. Okay. So, letter C. Okay. Next question tayo, leprosy. Guys, leprosy. Which is an early sign of a leprosy infection? Early sign of leprosy infection. Okay? Sige, sagot kayo. Letter A, madarosis. Letter B, lagophthalmos. Letter C, loss of sweating and hair growth. And letter D, clawing of fingers and toes. Okay? So, yan parang alam na. Okay, very good. Alam na alam nyo na. Ha? So, remember again ha, leprosy. Ano ba yung leprosy? So, di ba yung leprosy, your pathogen is a microbacterium leprae. And nakakahawa to what? Mainly by the respiratory route. Kung wala pang gamot. So, inhalation of droplets from nasal secretions of untreated. Untreated. So, may common, ano kasi tayo, may common stigma tayo with leprosy patients, especially dati pa way before. Meron nga tayong sanctuarium niyan. Okay? Pero pag treated na ang patient, dear, yan na yung buong screen. Yan naman yun. Oo. Wala nang iba. Wala na iba. Yan na yun. Okay? So, yung leprosy natin, pagka-trinit na yan, nagtitreatment na yung patient, hindi na yan nakakahawa. Later, babalik natin, dear. ZN, babalik natin yung letter C, ha? Nagdi-discuss na ako ng leprosy. Okay? So, ano yan? Close and prolonged contact with an untreated person ang nakakahawak. Incubation period, ito yan, nurses, very long-term kasi yung leprosy natin. So, yung incubation period, minsan 2 to 20 years yan. Hindi agad napapansin yung signs and symptoms. Average of 5 years. Anong diagnostics natin dito? The basic diagnostics will be just physical exam, pero yung confirmatory natin is a skin slit smear test for the acid-fast bacilli. Pero based on the signs and symptoms, your doctor can already diagnose if the patient has leprosy. So, anong usually nangyayari? Okay, so yan yung mga symptoms ng leprosy. Pero, ito yan, yung early signs and symptoms and late signs and symptoms. So, yung early signs and symptoms, usually these are changes in sensation, change in color, okay? Or nagkakaroon ng loss of sensation and walang sweating si patient. Sa nerve endings, painful, okay? Nagtitiken, may muscle weakness, may paralysis, may pain and redness of the eyes, nasal obstruction, and ulcers that do not heal. And then late signs and symptoms, ito na, chronic na tayo, no? Walang treatment. So you have your madarosis, that's your loss of eyebrows, diba? And then your lagophthalmos, or your inability to close your eyelids. And then clawing of fingers and toes, contracture, sinking of the nose bridge. In males naman may gynecomastia at saka chronic ulcers. So, balikan natin yung question. Which is what? An early sign of leprosy. Hala. Sorry, wait lang. Which is an early sign of leprosy? So, hello. Hello, sorry. Kailangan ko na yatang bumili ng bagong mic. Can you hear me? Sorry, nurses ha. Kailangan ko yatang bumili ng bagong mic. Dalawa yung mic ko pero parang madali nang malowbat eh. Okay? Ayan. Okay. So, lagophthalmos, di ba yung inability to close the eyes, that's late sign. Loss of sweating and hair growth, that's early sign. And clawing of fingers and toes, that's also a late sign. Di ba? So, yan, yon. Letter, anong sagot? Letter C. O, tumama na ba? Tumama na kayo? Very good. Tumama, tumama na. Sige. Okay, good. So, kanina may tanong dito, yes, oo dear. Yung Leonine Fast, this is also a sign and symptom of your leprosy. Kasi nga nagkakaroon na siya ng dermal infiltration. Sino ba yun? Teka, basahin ko kung sino yun. Meron yung nag-comment kanina eh. Ayan, si Gigi. Okay? Sige. So, that's your leprosy naman. Okay, ano pang isa pang high yield na question? Okay? So, nurses, kung may isa ding concept na mamasterin sa infectious diseases or communicable diseases, yun ay TB. Okay? Tuberculosis. Alright? So, eto. Letter number 10, ha? TB ha, we need to master our TB concepts. And ito yung isa sa palaging tinatanong bakit? Kasi component talaga ng ang TB dots ay isa sa frontline DOH programs, yung ating um, TB control program. So yung TB dots, 'di ba, yung TB direct observed treatment. Okay? So, anong tanong natin dito? Lanisa has been taking, sorry. Taking yan. Taking, typo error lang. Taking medications yan, ha? Okay? Taking medications for TB. And then she experiences what? Peripheral neuropathy. What medication must be the reason of her symptom? So, kailangan ito, alam niyo yung common adverse effects ng ating TB medications. So, ano ba yan? Lahat yan, TB medications, diba? Your rifampicin, isoniazid, pyrazinamide, and your ethambutol. So, sige, sagot. Alin dyan ang may peripheral neuropathy? Okay, sige, sagot nurses. Yan, iba-iba yung sagot natin. And that's okay for now. Alright? So, anong titignan natin dito? Okay? Eto. So, yan. Pakita ko sa inyo tong table na to. So, this one is from the DOH. Okay? DOH, sorry ha, iyan ko lang para maayos. DOH Manual of Operations for TB. So, this one shows the adverse reaction. So, syempre, gastrointestinal intolerance, most of the time, all of these drugs, rifampicin, isoniazid, pyrazinamide. Local skin reactions, any of the drugs. Okay, very popular, of course, your orange-colored urine, rifampicin. Isoniazid, burning sensation in the feet due to what? Peripheral neuropathy. Arthralgia due to hyperuricemia, pyrazinamide. Flu-like symptoms, rifampicin. Hindi lang nakasulat dito kasi instead of common adverse reaction, isa siya dun sa talagang major reaction. Ethambutol, para matandaan, is letter E. Ethambutol. Lumiere, ma'am, di ba po may updated na guidelines? Yes, that is your manual. Yun yung manual of operations, MOP ng TB. Okay? So, what medication must be the reason for the symptom? O ano nang sagot? Rifampicin, orange urine. Isoniazid, okay? Letter B, isoniazid. Your pyrazinamide, di ba, hyperuricemia yan. Hyperuricemia, ang pyrazinamide, di ba? Tapos your ethambutol, just para madaling tandaan, ethambutol ay problems. Okay? Ay problems. Sorry ha, kasi naglobat na yung aking, pangit na yung sulat ko. Naglobat na yung aking pencil. So, anong sagot? Anong sagot? Letter? Letter B. Isoniazid. Okay, nurses? Isoniazid. So, peripheral neuropathy, isoniazid. Okay? So, yan, nurses. Nakuha nyo na yung sagot.